Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll lock 'em. Up 'em. If he reach, then I'll pop 'em. Street sweeper, I'll wash 'em. Homicide, come and chalk 'em. Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll lock 'em. Up 'em.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Eddie Hearn, basically stating he's suing Jake Paul for £100 for his comments about corruption.
100 million pounds.
£100 million for his comments about corruption. All right, let's take a listen. This video appears courtesy of IFL TV. Salute the IFL TV and subscribe if you haven't already.
To the Jake Paul stuff, a lawsuit of up to £100 million. I know there was that 75,000 figure, but can you just kind of explain the jump between the two?
The 75,000 is the jurisdictional minimum. So we are the latter is the correct story. We're not a fan of court cases. We gave him the opportunity to apologise. He didn't want to do it, and now we've filed a case, and he'll have to defend it. And we take this very seriously. He's basically accused us of corruption, of committing a crime. And paying a judge. I mean, it's the most moronic statement anyone could ever make, and it's massively defamatory to our business, and it affects us in a significant manner, and it will be rectified and it will be dealt with, and we'll play it out, and we're in our legal team are in place to deal with it.
When you've had a good working relationship with Jake in the past, why will he not just apologise, do you think?
Because he's naive, he's stubborn, and he's sometimes doesn't think. This is our life. This is our business. This is the sport we love. This is a business that we've built over 40 years. We don't let people like Jake Paul come out and make comments like that without dealing with it. And this is the way that we've decided to deal with it.
Tyson Fury said Anthony Joshua has by Monday to Sunday.
So that's what Eddie Hearn had to say about the comments made by Jake Paul. We're gonna turn to Grandpa Trill in the rocking chair. What's your reaction to that?
Hey, I'm with Eddie. Eddie say, hey, listen. You talking that trash, you gonna get dealt with. That's what Eddie said. You sitting there talking reckless, you gonna get dealt with. You gonna hurt my pockets. talking down on me, you trying to hurt the people's pockets. You gonna pay for that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This is what rich people do. I was gonna say something. This is what rich people do, you know what I'm saying? Disagreements, they sue one another,
But Trill, why would Eddie Hearn sue Jake Paul when he could make millions fighting him in the ring?
Don't work that way, you know what I'm saying? Don't work that way. He's gonna tap Jake in those pockets. That's what he's going to do. You're going to teach him a lesson and tap those pockets.
All right, Spirit G.
Yeah, I'm being honest. I don't even care about this lawsuit, because for one, I don't even believe people believe in what Jake was saying, anyways. So like. I just feel like Eddie's being mad petty right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
petty Eddie.
Petty Eddie. Yeah. That's his rap name.
I don't pay Eddie.
It's just I don't know, man. Eddie, like, hey, like if I was Jake Paul, I'd be like, it's looking like I'm about to lose a couple of M's on this. So how can I like flip this? Can I represent myself in court? I'm gonna lose anyway. So at least let me not spend any more money on my own lawyer fees, and then just try to prolong it as much as possible. So Eddie Hearn
apologize.
Would it matter at this point?
That's all. That's the whole point. If he apologized, they would drop the lawsuit. They only asked him for an apology.
Being petty. So Jake is being petty. Yo, this is rich people
The
problem.
petty Olympics, dog.
Yo, come on, Jake, man. Jake just hit up Eddie, be like, yo, Eddie, man. I'm assuming Eddie wants a public apology, seeing that Jake made these statements public. So just go on your little Instagram or your Twitter and just apologize and be like, all right, yo, what I said was just in the heat of passion. Clearly, Eddie Hearn isn't corrupt and this, that, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it sound smooth and sincere, but both guys is just doing too much, man. That's the problem, man. Honestly, I'm beginning to think maybe Al has it all down packed. Like, you don't see Al just always getting in front of a screen acting the fool. Like these guys are promoters, but they acting like they promoting WWE. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is a problem, man. Like even Bob, as reckless as he is not this reckless, so.
You ain't gonna talk about Bob like that. Bob's old. You and I both know when you get to a certain age, where like every day you wake up, you should do whatever you want. Bob doing whatever he want.
But at least I respect the fact that Bob ain't trying to be all up on the screen. Like Eddie and Jake,
he don't got the energy like that.
You gotta save his energy for those two girls that be sitting next to him at the fights.
and for his occasional rant.
I don't know, man. I just don't believe that Jake Paul could afford to lose $100 million over words. We talking about big money. We talking about big money for
he
ego.
Won't lose $100 million, bro. At most, he'll lose like 500,000 to like £1 million. He wouldn't get awarded no $100 million over that.
Yeah, but Eddie don't even matter to Eddie. Eddie don't need the money. It's just a victory to have over Jake, bro. It's like mad petty, son. This is like really one of those things. Like it's like, yo, y'all really gonna do this? Y'all gonna waste the court's
gonna be like, I bought rims with your money. I bought rims with your money.
Eddie is like, yo, Jake, you see that private jet I got over there? You bought that for me. Thank you. It's like, all right, bro. It's like, that's corny, man. These guys, man, I'm telling you, when you rich, bro, you just act a fool. Yo. I wish I had these problems.
They got all this money to waste on court fees and lawyers, and they say, "Hey, the court don't care because the court's getting paid, so they don't care." They'll go. You want to drag this along? Let's do it.
Yo, question: in the UK, like they wear those white wigs. Do the plaintiffs and like the people that go and like sue each other, do they have to wear it too?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Yo, man, we got Photoshop Eddie with one of them white wigs, man. Yo, Yellow Claws or one of y'all dudes, man, do that. Photoshop that image of Eddie with one of them white wigs.
They need to bring on. I don't know, Eddie. Eddie is funny. I don't even know why he's entertaining us. All right, TBE.
Yeah, this seems like like divorce court when the couple's just going at it gets real petty. Seems like this is where it's headed. Yo, it's gonna be a petty day in court for Jake Paul. And Eddie wants to get him by paying lawyer fees, court fees, and everything, just to drag this on just for an apology. But it's hilarious. I love it. It's entertaining. But I don't think he's gonna get no $100 million out of it.
Yeah, could you imagine those two in front of Greg Mathis, Judge Mathis?
Judge Mathis.
Oh man, yo,
Judge Mathis would be like, one of y'all is a crackhead.
Now don't come into my court scene.
Yo, Judge Mathis would be like this.
Hold you
How much did you make off that card? He's like, I made like 100 million. How much you make off that card? I made about 10 million. And you guys are in here over insults. You're both a crackhead.
Scream again, let me hold you in contempt.
Like, Eddie, you sure you're not from Detroit? You know what I'm saying?
You acting real cracky.
He said, all right, so you said that there was corruption. Do you have any evidence of that? Yeah, look how bad the scores were. Okay, do you have any concrete evidence of that? No, I do not. Okay, sir. And you, did you lose $100 million because of what he said? No. What damages did you suffer, sir? Did anyone refuse to do business with you? Did you fail to move any merch? Did you not sell any tickets? No. So what are we here for? Because he hurt my feelings. Get these motherfuckers out of here.
Thanks, man.
Look.
Hey, when you rich, you can have feelings.
True. Although feelings are becoming a thing that everyone can have now in this new era where you have to consider everyone's feelings even when they're dead wrong. In all seriousness, I feel like there was no corruption. It was a close fight. Amanda started strong. She faded in the middle and late rounds, and Katie did good work. Personally, I scored the fight for Amanda Serrano. There were other people who scored the fight for Amanda Serrano. There were also other people who scored the fight for Katie Taylor, and they had nothing invested in the fight. I had nothing invested in the fight. I don't work for, I don't make money off of, I just gave my honest opinion. G doesn't work for, G doesn't have anything invested. He just gave his honest opinion. And here, I think all three of y'all thought Katie Taylor won, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to sue you for your
Every comment I received from a hater, I'm blaming Kaden.
I wasn't able to sleep that night.
I lost sleep. I
went to work late thinking about all of these comments.
So Jake, here you go. You got 4 people on the screen who watched the same fight, and more of them feel like Katie Taylor won than Amanda, and they weren't paid anything, gained absolutely nothing. That's what it is. A close fight like that will do that. It'll have 3-1. It'll have people. It'll split. That's why when you predict the split decision, what you're predicting is the fight's going to be so close. Some people are going to see it one way. Some people are going to see it another way. It was that type of fight. Close fights aren't robberies. You don't need corruption in a close fight. That was one of my major issues with Teddy Atlas. Like we were talking about in our last segment, there were so many close fights that could have gone either way that didn't go the way Teddy wanted it to go, and then he started screaming corruption. I understand Eddie Hearn's frustration. What you're doing is you're calling his credibility into question, the legitimacy of his company. You're saying that they would cheat to win. And if that was actually... if people actually believe that, you could actually hurt the business. Where I think Eddie's going to have a hard time is like where G pointed out, no one believes him. I don't think anyone's like, I'm going to stop doing business with Eddie because he hires corrupt judges. That's not happening. In fact, you got him in negotiations right now with Frank Warren trying to make Joshua Fury. His business is still moving. So where was he really hurt by this? Most people saw it as a sore loser, upset. He didn't get the decision, so he's saying I was cheated. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, do I think Eddie Hearn cheated? Hell no. Do I think Eddie Hearn needed to cheat for Katie Taylor to get that decision? No, it was a close fight. If Amanda Serrano would have won and people would have been yelling robbery, I would have been telling them to shut the hell up too. You can't have it that way. You can't do it that way. This is my problem with the sport of boxing. Everything isn't controversial. Losing a close fight isn't a controversy. A close fight being a draw isn't a controversy. You understand? Like, that's going to happen in the sport of boxing. But what you do and how you move forward is what matters. You know, Eddie, if you lie down with dogs, you get fleas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew you were getting in bed with Jake Paul to make this fight, and you knew that Jake Paul wasn't your traditional promoter who follows boxing ethics, who understands what it takes to build a boxing business of years of grinding. And although you really don't know that either, Eddie, at least your dad passed that down to you when you took over. So you understand that this is something that was built on your dad's hard work So you understand the importance of reputation against someone who built his entire career tweeting nonsense. So why wouldn't he tweet nonsense about the business y'all did together? That's just Jake Paul being Jake. So anyways, this lawsuit route and everything, maybe it's just insurance and protection. For Eddie saying, like, I know that there was no corruption. You're accusing me of corruption. So I want this to play out in the courts to clear the name of my business, just in case there's anyone that believes Jake Paul. The problem is, I don't think anyone believes Jake Paul at all. I feel like the fact that he filed this lawsuit actually gives Jake Paul's claim more credibility than I would have given it had he not filed this lawsuit, because that was the first thing from my mind. Like, oh, there was some cheating in this fight. First of all, it's not big enough. If the biggest women's fight ever, cool. But if you were talking about cheating, they would have cheated Usyk. If they had to pay a judge, they would have cheated Usyk. It would have cheated for Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. So whatever, it's nonsense. Like G said, both guys are petty, but hey, some people are here for the pettiness.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.